let's go ahead and get started. And we're just going to jump through all of the awesome, fun things that Fire Hydrant has been building. And this ending with the song is too good, so I'm actually going to let it kind of go a little bit. And all right. Welcome, everyone. So this is the Burn Down. This is the Fire Hydrant monthly. What have we been up to? What have we been building? If you don't know who I am, my name is Robert Ross. I am the CEO and co-founder of Fire Hydrant. And we love doing these just quick hits. What has Fire Hydrant been building? If you're a customer today, it's valuable for you. If you're looking at Fire Hydrant, you're just curious what we're doing, also awesome and great to have you. Let's go ahead and jump in. So Fire Hydrant has been updating a lot of visual elements within the platform. We've been redesigning a lot of the user experience, and that includes the overview page of Fire Hydrant as well. So we've always had a nice view of incidents that you are watching, active incidents or all incidents in the organization. We've redone the shifts kind of panel on the right side here. You can see all of your current shifts, any shifts that you have upcoming. As always, you can always request coverage for a shift. And if you have any shifts that coverage is needed, we will display them here. So nice little tweak on the right side here. We've also added a nice Kanban view of alerts that have been assigned either to you or all alerts across your organization. We've also made it really easy that if you want to actually acknowledge, ignore, or resolve all of your alerts really quickly, you may do that. So we can go ahead and click resolve. It enqueues it for resolution, and over there it goes. So nice little tweak that launched last week, and I hope makes it a lot easier to kind of see what's going on for you instead of the entire organization. Let's go to the next one. I'm really excited about this one. So for a long time, Fire Hydrant has had the ability to subscribe to different event log kind of patterns. If it has a certain word in the summary, for example, you can trigger alerts on that. One of the problems with that power, though, with great power comes great complexity. That's not the phrase, but it made more sense for this case. It's really hard to kind of visualize, well, who's going to get paged if this event were to come in right now in the future, and so on. So we've released something called an alert visualization. It's really, really powerful. And if I actually change this to the word true, you can pretend this is an event coming into the system, and I hit visualize alert flow. Now we can see who's actually going to get paged. We can see that 2 rules were matched. We can see that this team for its CPU throttled escalation policy was paged. If we click on this rule, we'll see that only 1 target is going to get hit. It's the Slack channel for Team Core Services. They will be able to acknowledge the alert that we sent them via Slack. Or if we click on this one, we can see a much more complex view of what is going to happen. And we can see that this target was an escalation policy called the primary path. It hit the first step, which is going to notify Sev1 incidents, and it's going to notify me as the on-call engineer. And what's nice about the way that we have built this is that this is going to show you the time at which you are viewing this visualization for. You might have caught on the left side here that we can actually change this. And if I change this to next week, as the shift has actually changed and we click visualize once more, we go ahead and look at our rule here. We should see that Dylan is now the on-call engineer that is going to get paged. If we hit step details, we see that Dylan is now the engineer that will get paged if this alert were to come in at that time. What's also nice is that you might have noticed that these boxes are gray and that there is a scrubber down here. The reason we did this is that for really complex escalation policies, especially ones that have handoffs and handoffs again after that escalation policy, it can be really hard to know who's going to get paged and when after an event is received. So we've added this scrubber to actually show you at what point, at what time after the alert is received that we will actually fire that step for you. Really, really powerful functionality here. I'm excited. This is available for every account that has signals enabled right now. Cool. And if you don't know my history, I am a former on-call engineer. And one of the things that was always an issue for me as an on-call engineer is alert noise. Sometimes you get paged and you are going, this is not real. Why am I getting paged for this? The CPU is fine. It's at 50%. Why am I getting paged for that? And what we have added actually to the platform is the ability to mark alerts as noise. If we go ahead and actually look at this alert here, this has been resolved. I can actually mark this as noise now, right from within the UI. It will get added to your timeline as well. If you decide, never mind, that is not actually noise, we will actually mark the opposite of it in the timeline as well. What's really nice about this as well is that if you're using the Slack integration or to post alerts into Slack, we've also made it there as well. You can see here that on the right side, this has been changed to noisy. You can see that it actually gets a little boombox speaker for when it is marked as noisy. We can also unmark it as noise from the dropdown, and we will actually reply into the thread that a user has marked it as not noisy. It's real. But the whole point of this when we started going down and building this feature is we actually wanted to give you the analytics for it. Fire Hydrant, because we are a pay for what you use model for alerting, we should probably give you the tools to understand, well, what alerts are not getting used, which ones are not valuable. So we've actually added it to our analytics as well for alerts. So if you go to the analytics tab, alerts on the left side, you can actually see that there is a new chart for alert noise over time. We can see that maybe last week was a pretty noisy week. Half of our alerts were marked as noisy, and this week doing a little bit better at 5%. So really, really valuable. All of the filters that you get from all of the other analytics will apply to this chart as well. This is probably a good opportunity to actually show a new team page experience as well. We've actually updated all of the analytics under the teams pages. So Fire Hydrant is a very own what you build kind of mentality with all of the incident management products that we build. And now we've actually updated all of the analytics under the team pages as well. So much better design will actually show you a lot of the information that you've wanted for quite some time. Cool. Let's go to the next one. This is another really, really great feature that I'm excited to have. So in Fire Hydrant, we have had the ability to add custom event sources. You can give us a JavaScript snippet. We will parse any incoming payload that you send to us for that, what we call transposers, and then we will create an alert from it. It's really, really powerful if you have systems that you've built maybe internally, or you want to manipulate the data on a signal before it pages a user. Really valuable piece of functionality. However, we didn't provide a good experience around, well, what if it breaks? And my JavaScript or the incoming payload doesn't match what I thought it was going to match. And it was actually not a pleasant experience to debug those issues until last week. So we've actually released a new type of log that will show you all of the events that Fire Hydrant has processed that were either rejected or accepted. We will show you both. So if we look at this one, we can see that if you sent us malformed JSON, this is obviously junk. And we will tell you that this is a malformed payload and that you should make some adjustments either to what you are sending us or the way that you are parsing this payload as well. So really, really valuable. We give you a really nice way to quickly edit this event source. And like I said, we can modify your payload and you can test your configuration once you've sent us another payload as well. So you can see pre-fill from recent payloads. You can see that we'll actually give you the ability to pre-fill from incoming payloads for this transposer as well. Really, really nice experience. A lot of really good adjustments to the way that we have are displaying the errors, and we can see when one was accepted, what it looked like. So this was a payload that was accepted, and then it eventually generated a signal here. And what's really nice is now when you have in the signals log and you are viewing the signal, we've actually added a link to very easily visualize these as well. So we kind of started the demo with visualizing alert rules, And now when you go to you can click visualize this signal, and it will show you exactly what would transpire if that alert were to fire right now or in the future. So it's a really nice cohesive experience that we've brought together between custom event sources, alert visualization, and as always, the separation of signals, alerts, and incidents coming into play here between here. So really good experience now for debugging custom event sources. Really powerful. Let's talk about something that is also, again, as a former on-call engineer, sometimes you take the torch from your colleague and they just want to get out of there and they close their laptop for the day. Who can blame them, right? So what we've actually built is something into our Slack integration. This will be coming from Microsoft Teams as well if you are on Teams. We have built the ability to have handoff summaries as well. So normally what you can do is you can actually configure Slack channels within FireHydrant to have a notification for when someone is going on call or off call. If you're not familiar with how to do that, it's under the FH channel command down in the bottom left here. I hit enter, and you can add teams to this channel, or you can tell FireHydrant, hey, the core services team, this is their channel in our Slack organization. And then you can actually edit the schedules for that team in this channel. For some companies, they only want to have the primary schedule display when someone is going on call or off call. Sometimes you may want to have your secondary as well. We give you the flexibility. We're not going to just blast the channel for every schedule. You have to tell us which one it is. In this case, though, we can see that I'm going on call for the primary schedule until today in about an hour and a half. What we do now is we actually thread a message onto this message with the handoff summary. So now you will get a message as a thread here, and you should also get some nice messages in here as well. But I have been paging myself quite a bit today. So yeah, you'll get a message now for your going on call, and it's a much better cohesive experience. And we also will give you the ability to quickly get to the acknowledged alerts that happened in that view. Probably, oh, I dismissed this one earlier, actually. So really good experience now for when someone's going on call, relieving the previous on-call user. We'll give them a nice handoff summary. There's some good tricks up our sleeve that this will be getting soon as well. We do think that there's a really good opportunity to provide some agentic summaries as well on these as well. So it's not just numbers and then you have to go research on your own. We do want to provide more information. That is coming down the turnpike. Cool. Let's go ahead and look at something that I think everyone can get excited about if you are using on-call. And so FireHydrant has been building signals for almost 2 years now. It's been publicly available, general availability for 1.5 years. And a big piece of feedback that we've received over that last 1.5 years is, how do I know if my users have set up their notifications correctly? And we have an answer for this, and it's really great. The way that it works is that you can actually create notification policies for your organization for on-call responders to adhere to. So in this, you can see that for any high priority notification that we are sending, high priority alert, whatever it may be, coming into FireHydrant, you can say, well, everyone has to have SMS or WhatsApp set up to notify them immediately. You can also change this and say they must have push notifications set up to page them immediately. And you can also say that they must also get an email within 2 minutes. They must have some notification setting on their profile that tells them there is via email that there is an incident, and the same thing for phone call. What's also nice is you can say just any. They just have to have anything set up at a certain point as well. So if you don't want to be super stringent with the method, you can use the any type for the notification. And the way that this transpires is really cool. If you go to your users list, which you can get to by going to the gear icon, clicking users on the left side, I can now filter out. I've added a filter here that says notification policy compliance is false, so that they are out of compliance. They do not have notifications set up in a way that matches your global policy. And we can see in here that Dylan, my co-founder, I got to go whack him with a newspaper and say, hey, Dylan, you have to set up SMS or WhatsApp to be immediate for you to be in compliance, as well as email, as well as a phone call. Then Dylan can go and do that, which is nice. The other nice thing is that if you're on the team page as well, we will also show you who's in compliance or not within the membership view of a team. This is displayed for roles that only have the correct level of permission. We're not just going to show this to anyone so that people can point and laugh at their teammates. That wouldn't be nice. So it is a membership specific view that will give you this in compliance checkbox as well. Cool. Let's look at something else that's also a really nice feature, which is we've actually added commenting to alerts as well. If you are curious about if you're looking at Fire Hydrant either to replace Opsgenie, this was actually a really nice piece of functionality. I really liked the way that Opsgenie had built a lot of their features. Sad to see it go. They actually had a really nice commenting experience. So we've actually brought commenting to alerts as well, but we've gone a little bit further with it. So now every alert can have a comment on it. Hello world. And if I add this comment here, if I go into our Slack view as well, actually, if I go to maybe the alert noise had it. Yep. We can see that maybe one of these had an alert. Well, let's just use this one. Hello again. This is my comment. We've actually made it so that you can, thank you, Slack. We've actually made it so that if you are replying to the thread of an alert that we have sent, we treat it as a comment, which I think is a really nice experience. We don't want you to kind of break out of the Slack experience to do something different. If you want, you can click comment from in here and add your own, but we do remind you that you can just reply to the message and it will be added as a comment. If I click view details, we can see down here that hello again, this is my comment because I did reply to that message. What's nice is if we say hello and reply back to it, if we go back to the view here, we actually, Fire Hydrant will eventually post a message back to the comment saying that, hey, yes, got your comment. Actually, I think that my demo doesn't have my linked user, which is probably why that caused that problem. Okay. And that is a lot of the new features that we have built. Like I said, these are always kind of fast moving pieces of functionality, demos that we like to put together. There's a lot of new things coming from Signals yet again. We did a very large launch right before 4th of July. We released 8 things into the world for Signals and many other things within Fire Hydrant's kind of core platform. And in about 2 weeks, we're going to do it again. There will be another very large launch, almost larger than the one that we just did, much larger pieces of functionality specifically around schedules. And we're really excited to get that out the door. If there's any questions, though, because I did end with a little bit more time, maybe went a little too fast, I'm happy to, if people want me to go look at something else, or if you want to ask a question in chat, I will happily answer it right now. And I'm actually just kind of thinking if I forgot anything. I don't think I did, but it was a lot that we shipped, so maybe. Nope. Going once. Going twice. All right. Sold to the awkward silence, at least for me on my side. If folks want to learn anything more about what we're up to, we can actually, oh, wait, hold on. I did just get a notification. Was that? Oh, Q&A. There was Q. I'm sorry. JJ, I totally skipped over you. I'm so sorry. I didn't see that this was a different chat window. Yes. So JJ asking, it would be interesting if we could customize notification policies based on teams. The way I see it working is like 80% of our organization would use a standard policy, but the other 20% they might require some customization. We agree. That is, I mean, yes, that's coming. We do think that it should be notification scoped at the team level as well. We wanted to start at the global level and then kind of work down to the team scope. But yes, that is already slated. JJ, can we also see their contact information on the user list? I believe so, but I'm scared to check on this call because it has my actual contact information. So I will check and I will Slack you the answer, JJ. Awesome. Well, with that, we have I guess a few minutes to spare here, but thank you for taking. I know everyone has a really busy schedule. We do like making these short. Tune in again. We do these every month, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one.